And India correspondent Amrit Pal Singh joins us from Israel. Well, Amrit, what is the latest on the war front? Is there any serious threat of Hezbollah opening front with Israel? And what kind of effect it would have on the war?
Israel intensified its military campaign, continued to hit targets inside the Gaza Strip, even as humanitarian aid was going into Gaza. They kept pounding Gaza, especially North Gaza, and airstrikes were intensified by Israel. On the same hand, the Hamas kept firing rockets into Israeli territory, and throughout the night we could hear rocket being fired into different Israeli cities. And you asked about the Lebanon, the front with the border with Lebanon and the Hezbollah front. Well, there is a serious threat of that. In fact, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, visited the border with Lebanon and met his troops and said, we don't know if Hezbollah would join right now, but if they join, you will strike back hard and finish them. He said it's a do or die for us. And what they've done is they've started evacuating people from the northern border with Lebanon, fearing that if the Hezbollah opens the second front, the second war front, then they would retaliate, and they are taking a precautionary measure. 5 kilometers inside Israeli territory from the Lebanon border has been declared a military zone, and evacuations from villages, towns, cities is happening. A lot of people are moving. Where I am in Jerusalem, I have a lot of people in my hotel who are from these northern cities staying. People are moving to Haifa, near the Dead Sea. They're basically moving them away from the border to the bigger cities. So there is a serious threat of Hezbollah attacking, and if that does, it will be a very it'll have damaging consequences and very devastating consequences on the war, because then the threat of a regional escalation looms large.
Well, another front likely to open from Hezbollah's side. Well, Amrit, humanitarian aid also continues to trickle in and went in for the second day. India also sent humanitarian aid. How much of it is actually reaching people there?
That's right. The humanitarian aid continued for the second day. 17 trucks passed through via Rafah crossing into Palestine, into Gaza Strip, and those trucks were carrying aid material that has been brought from all over the world. India also stepped up its effort. C-17 Globemaster of the Indian Air Force yesterday reached Egypt, and the Indian ambassador in Cairo, Ajit Gupte, handed over the relief material to the Red Crescent Society of Egypt, which will now take them in trucks to the Rafah crossing and hand them over to the Red Crescent of Palestine, and they would further take it into Gaza Strip, where they will decide where what is required and what sort of distribution, where it has to be done. That relief material includes disaster relief material, tents, sleeping bags, medicines, water purifying tablets, etc. So that consignment has already been handed over to the Red Crescent, the Egyptian Red Crescent, and should reach the Gazan people in a day or two.
Well, Amrit, thank you so much for that information from Tel Aviv.